6:03 on Wednesday morning. It's the second day of April. We're at 42 degrees, highs in the mid-60s today, partly sunny. Good morning. I'm Michelle Basch.
And I'm John Aaron. The top story we're following this hour: thousands of Health and Human Services employees found out yesterday that their jobs were casualties of a reduction in force. WTOP's Mike Murillo spoke with several feds shortly after they got the news.
The workers who talked to WTOP only found out their jobs were cut when their badges didn't work at the Rockville HHS facility. One likening the experience to the show Squid Games, as people waited in line for 2 hours and they were escorted out if their badge returned a red light at the door. They are torturing federal workers, one says. The workers wanted to remain anonymous because they are still on administrative leave until June. All who spoke say the treatment of federal workers in recent months has been difficult to endure, one calling it dehumanizing. For some, personal networks have been affected as well, with family expressing support for the administration's actions, even if it costs their loved ones their jobs. One saying, "People don't understand what the job means to me." Mike Murillo, WTOP News.
HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. called the elimination of 10,000 workers a difficult moment and says the overhaul is about realigning HHS with its core mission to stop the chronic disease epidemic and make America healthy again.
And if you are a federal worker, we want to hear from you. As you return to the office, what has the overall experience been like? What challenges or welcome surprises have you faced? How is your commute going? Send us a voicemail on the WTOP app. Just use the feedback button in the nav bar.
More than 1 million people make Montgomery County their home. 35% of them are renters. Now the county is positioned to give renters an edge when faced with landlords who violate county housing codes. WTOP's Kate Ryan reports.
Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart votes yes.
That vote made it unanimous. The Montgomery County Council approved a bill that subjects landlords to county consumer laws, so the Office of Consumer Protection will coordinate with the county's housing department to enforce code violations. Councilmember Kristen Mink sponsored the bill, noting that in fiscal 2024, when the county tried to collect $1.5 million in fines, it managed to get just $100,000.
So we're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Before voting for the bill, County Councilmember Marilyn Balcom said,
"I know violations occur. We all hear that from constituents."
She also added there are many landlords in the county who take good care of their properties and their tenants. It's expected the county executive, Mark Elrich, will sign the bill, and once signed into law, it would go into effect after 91 days. Kate Ryan, WTOP News.
They came quickly and they're now gone. Peak bloom is over, and most of those beautiful cherry blossoms on the tidal basin in D.C. have been blown away. WTOP's Luke Lukert is there with more.
Storms from the past few days have wreaked havoc down here at the water's edge. All those puffy white and pink blossoms litter the sidewalk rather than bloom on the trees. Peak bloom was a short one. The National Park Service announced that the trees were in peak bloom on Friday. Just 4 days later, they said the peak was over. Sometimes the spring sight can last for over a week. As you walk along, you can see a few flowers still clinging onto the branches, but the vast majority have fallen. There are some bright spots, though. Some other trees nearby, like the Kwanzaa cherry trees, are starting to bloom right now, and the festivities continue at the Cherry Blossom Festival, which will be going on for another week. At the Tidal Basin, Luke Luger, WTOP News.
Coming up, with tariffs looming, some automakers are seeing a bump in sales.